Hello guys, this is a voiceover commentary of this episode because I was kind of screwed up and had my mic muted when I originally recorded this. As you guys should know from watching episode 22 and onwards, episode 22 and up to 30 will be like this, just to let you know and remind you if you forgot or you didn't watch the past episodes. Anyways, this episode's half an hour long, so let's try to keep this a bit short and simple. This episode we're going to actually encounter some interesting things. Hope you guys are interested in this and kind of pay attention. So let's kind of get started into this. Let's see, I was changing my stacks. And not much is going on, but I do know we're going to kick some butt with snow. Keep wanting to say another character's name.
Why do all the mirages here like popping out at us?
It must be the part of their disposition.
First.
Yeah, you the tell him. Mirages, be warned. Disposition is long position.
That was a good fight.
Oh, hey! Here we go!
Yeah, we got this.
Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I find Flan very annoying. Oh my god. I don't hate them because they are strong, and I don't hate them. I just find them annoying with how much they pop up here. I mean, let's face it, slimes are kind of a stereotypical RPG enemy. Flans are incredibly weak, and not only that, but they just pop up in the darndest of places and surprise you, and it's like, oh, come on, not another battle, because, I mean, sure, they give you XP, but they're not even a challenge. Like, seriously, there's stronger things that are actually smaller, like the turtles that we found before, like the mini tortoise, or whatever they were called. They were really strong. But Flans, they're just ridiculous in my opinion. Now please do try to remember, I do try to look for secrets. Like, I go out of my way to look for secrets and adventure in the game. So this Let's Play will probably show you guys some secrets that maybe people didn't exactly explore in other Let's Plays you guys have seen. Or maybe I missed something and you guys can tell me in the comments below. And then I might just go back and check it out. And who knows, I might just give you a shout out. You know, just to say thanks.
Yeah!
Victory!
As of this moment, up to episode 30, I still have not found out what the Behemoth's transfiguration is, but I do want to let you guys know I am very excited to see what it is, because I don't want to spoil any of the game for myself, so I'm not looking it up at all. So I'm really excited to see what his transfiguration is, and honestly, I have no clue, like, not even the darndest hint of what it possibly could be. In my opinion, Iris's Mirage board is one of the most interesting, because he goes like from different revive abilities from the top all the way down to the bottom. At the top is the Phoenix down one, and then at the bottom is the Arise one. Of course, the Arise one's better, but it's also more expensive, and more expensive to even get to. So I kind of like how they planned out his Mirage board. I cannot wait to get my my Phoenix just completely maxed out. And also, I cannot wait to get my White Knock to Cerberus.
That was a good fight.
Good job. That wasn't so bad.
I don't know if I've ever emphasized how much I enjoy the entire fact that they have these buttons in dungeons. The fact that they put these buttons in dungeons show that they put a lot of thought into these dungeons. I mean, when I was playing this game and I was in this dungeon, it doesn't even feel like a dungeon. It feels like part of a world, which is so cool that they call it a dungeon then. And sure, you could say, oh, that's even less of a reason why it's cool, but in my opinion, that makes it even cooler. How many games do you know that you can call, like, cool or whatever, where you're supposed to feel like you're in this environment, but you feel like you're in more of a relaxed environment, at the same time dangerous? I mean, to me, having those mixed emotions while in one region is very cool. And not only that, but these buttons, the reason they show that they put so much thought in the dungeons is because they require things that are actually about this dungeon. You go to a volcano with a button in it, it's not going to ask you for a thing that's really light or with water resistance or anything. It's going to ask you for something that has fire abilities and a fire resistance and is heavy, most likely. Why? Because, I mean, let's see, it's a fire environment. It wants you to catch the mirages that are in that location, so that way it motivates you to press forward or to find the secret area. That's why the secret area ones ask for even greater needs, and that are similar to the button that may be needed, but it will be even harder to get because it's a secret area. It wants you to be like, oh man, I want to do this. I want to catch this now. Oh, this may be powerful. I may need this later. It wants you to think that way, and I like that. And I figured this out because I've seen that they've had these buttons all throughout the dungeons. And to be honest, I feel more excited finding a button in this game than I feel when I find a chest. And that's a pretty darn good thing. I mean, think about it. If you play an RPG, you're going to be excited that you find a chest. Oh my god, it could have a high potion in it. I could heal myself later. What if I get in a dangerous situation? Oh, but in this game, no, you find a button, it's like, oh, I hope I have the requirements. I hope I have the requirements. And if you have the requirements, it's like a giddy feeling. It's like waking up on Christmas morning and being like, oh my god, I can't wait to see what I get. Because on the other side of that button, you know that you're going to either progress through the story, which, I mean, you should know if it's a story one or not, because there's a star on your map that leads you towards that direction. So, most likely we're talking about the secret buttons, obviously. But you're going to be walking across this little area to get to the area you unlocked with this secret button. And while you're going there, in your head, you're having fireworks and like, oh my god, what did I get? What did I get? Because it's most likely going to be a new Mirage. And that's just so amazing. They did the same thing with the Phoenix in this game. They did the same thing with Cerberus. And I love it. It's so amazing. When I first seen Cerberus, guys, I hope you guys remember this, but I was filled with freaking glee. I was like, holy crap, he's so huge. He looks awesome. I want him. Unfortunately, though, I wasn't able to capture him, but I redeemed myself by capturing the Phoenix. And even when I caught the Phoenix, I was so happy. Even though after I looked at his Mirage board, I was like, oh, I already have one of him, basically. But I was still happy because now I have two of him. One can be in one form and the other can be in another form. And it's so cool. I love that. That is amazing. This is what a game like this should be. That's sure everyone has their own opinions, but that's my opinion. So not everyone's got to agree with me, and I was just wanting to kind of express how I felt about that, because I think a lot of people see this as like, oh, I gotta go back through and get this, when really it's like, oh, that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like, oh, I want to go get this now. I don't feel like I need to. I feel like I want to. Because I do want to. I don't feel like the game's making me. The game doesn't make you. It's a choice. You don't have to do that. Plus, the entire storyline represents, like, these two characters having to catch Mirages. So, I mean, if you are complaining about it making you catch Mirages to continue through the story, then you're obviously not understanding what the story is going about, because the story is that these people need to capture Mirages in order to learn more about themselves. So obviously you're just not wanting to work for your story, which is actually another thing I like about this game. The game doesn't like hold your hand through it and say, okay, if you become more powerful then you can press through. No, you have to have allies, you have to grow a friendship. Fable 3 did the exact same thing if you think about it. Instead of you leveling up or anything by killing things, you mostly relied on building friendships and relations with people in the world, so that way you could prove your worth at being the new king of the land. And for those of you guys who don't know the story for Fable 3 or anything, or never played it through fully, basically the story is you're the prince of a kingdom, and the king is your brother, and he's like a really bad king, and he's like seems really corrupt and doing all these bad things to the land, including raising taxes and killing innocent people and all this. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to become king, overthrow him and become king. And in order to do that, you need to go all across the country and gain the respect of the citizens of this land of Albion, so that way you can overthrow the king and have this army to go with you and fight him and become the new king. I mean, that's basically what this is, except instead of people, you're collecting these little creatures, and it's kind of cool. And instead of like having relations with them, I mean, and building up that relation by doing quests, you fight them and give them what they want, and then you have a prismatunity and catch them. like Pokemon. Except Pokemon's like, it's gotta be wild, and you have to weaken it, and unless you're playing Pokemon Go, then in that case you just have to have a lot of Pokeballs. But that's a completely different subject.
No trouble at all.
That wasn't so bad.
Okay, guys, so we finally got this bridge across, but see you guys in the next one. Have a great time. Bye, guys.